How's it going, guys? White Rabbit here. I'd like to talk to you all today about the MTV VMAs and all the symbolism found therein. Now, originally I wasn't planning on making a video about the VMAs. I think there are already plenty of videos about the VMAs out right now. I think a lot of guys have done a lot of great work on it. Press Reset Earth and the Ottawa Expositor, just to name a couple. However, while flipping through the channels this morning, I stumbled across an MTV VMA commercial that I just have to address with you guys. And while I'm at it, I might as well mention a few things that I noticed in the VMAs. So let's get into it. First, let me start off by showing you guys the commercial that I came across, which sparked this whole video. Yep, there it is. That commercial just happened to pop right on the screen as I was flipping through the channels this morning, and I just had to share it with you guys. Guys, this is what they do. They are absolutely mocking anybody who buys into this Illuminati stuff. They're poking fun at it. They are saturating the topic and giving it so much exposure that they're normalizing it and turning it into a joke. On the one hand, they're shoving it in your face, and on the other hand, they're training you to think that it's ridiculous to notice these things. You know, the fact is that they are deliberately putting these things into these performances and into commercials and into television shows and all these different things to corrupt people's minds. And to assume, to show a commercial like this and point out, you know, the little triangle shapes in between the spaces in these letters, I mean, it's insulting to anyone who researches this stuff. And then at the end, you know, it has the cute little thing that says, "You decide." Yeah, right, me decide. You already made up the people's mind when you show this ridiculous commercial. You know, they say "you decide." It's a joke to them. The purpose of this commercial is to make people already assume that the Illuminati and all the symbolism and everything like that is just a bunch of malarkey. And they're trying to convince people that it's a joke before they do any real research on the subject. That's what this is about. So screw it. Let's look at the actual VMAs for ourselves and see what's going on with them. So as the VMAs start, we immediately see this triangle-shaped spaceship on the stage where the first singer steps out to begin her first performance. Now let's back it up a little bit and look at some of the symbolism on the stage right at the beginning. Now, I know a lot of the guys who have covered the VMAs already have mentioned all the sixes that make up the stage and all the various parts, but I want you to notice that in the very beginning, we have 6 beams of light coming off of the spaceship. We have 6 rocks surrounding the spaceship, and we have 6 steps leading up into the spaceship or down out of the spaceship. So what does this represent? Well, the 6 beams of light represents the heavens, the 6 rocks represent the earth, and the spaceship with the 6 steps coming out of it represents the merging of the two. Let's count just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 steps. So what do we have? We have the representation of moving from this earth to the next through 666. All right, now jumping back again to the original opening scene, we see that the spaceship is, of course, in the shape of a triangle, but it is also the base of the spaceship makes what appears to be an octagon. Well, an octagon is used in the Taoist religion, kind of a Buddhist type religion, which uses the yin-yang, promoting non-duality, which is, of course, what the Illuminati believe in. And if you look in the middle of the spaceship, you will see an oval type symbol, which some have said represents the Trinity. That may be true, but I think it resembles more of a scarab. I think I'm pronouncing that right, which is a beetle that the Egyptians used to depict as symbolizing reincarnation. Now, if we draw our attention to the top of the spaceship, you will see that although the base is shaped like an octagon, the top of the spaceship comes to a circle, which means if you were to look down on that stage from an aerial view, you would see a circle inside of a circle. The big circle being the main stage and the little circle being the very top of the spaceship. Well, what does a circle within a circle represent? The Illuminati. That is the official Illuminati symbol. All right, now Press Reset made an excellent observation with Nicki Minaj coming onto stage with the symbolism of the Masonic sun between the two pillars. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend you check out his video. And of course, you also get the symbolism of Eve exiting the Garden of Eden, which of course is made abundantly more clear with another commercial which I saw showing a serpent with the words, "Do you regret it?" on top of it, insinuating the original sin. Now, there is also some blatant Saturn symbolism that took place at the VMAs, but the last thing that I want to talk about is actually the makeup of the stage and how everyone keeps talking about how it forms sixes. Well, that's true. It obviously forms sixes, but the other thing to take into account is that it is a spiral. And in occultic symbolism, a spiral represents male fertility. So when you have these female artists performing and gyrating, provocatively clothed, on top of the male fertility symbol, well, I'll just let you add the pieces together. So there you go, guys. Like I said, I wasn't planning on making a video about the VMAs, but I saw those couple of commercials and I felt like I had to say something about them because I didn't see anybody else cover those commercials. So I hope that you got something out of it. I tried to add a few more pieces to the puzzle. Thank you guys so much for watching, as usual. Thank you for everybody who has been sharing my videos. A special thanks to Jared for sharing a couple of my videos on his account. I really appreciate that, bud. I have a couple of big videos planned that I think you guys are really going to enjoy coming up in the next week or so. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos in the meantime. And thanks, and God bless.